Senate Republicans were scrambling Thursday to lock down support for a major tax overhaul that could deliver President Donald J. Trump one of his first legislative victories while potentially cutting or increasing the taxes paid by nearly 3 million Marylanders. Republican leaders, negotiating last-minute changes to secure votes from within their own ranks, appeared to have momentum on their side early in the day as they sprinted toward a final vote. But as the evening wore on, a compromise to appease deficit hawks appeared to break down slowing progress. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said late Thursday that work would continue on the bill Friday. The $1.4 trillion package, the first major rewrite of the U.S. tax code in more than 3 decades, would lower the corporate tax rate to 20% from 35%, nearly double the standard deduction on personal income taxes, and either limit or rescind a host of popular deductions. Some of those changes may have an outsized effect in Maryland, where a higher share of residents itemize their deductions than in any other state in the nation, nearly 1.4 million people, or about 45% of state filers. At least one independent analysis estimates about 72% of state filers would receive a tax cut under the proposal. GOP leaders received a boost Thursday when Sen. John McCain announced he would support the measure. The 2008 Republican presidential nominee has frequently been at odds with Trump, and helped to stop an effort by his party earlier this year to repeal the Affordable Care Act. This is not a perfect bill, but it is one that would deliver much-needed reform to our tax code, grow the economy, and help Americans keep more of their hard-earned money, the Arizona Republican said. McConnell said early in the day that he expected a final vote as soon as Thursday. But that timetable was thrown into question during maneuvering over language designed to prevent large increases in future budget deficits. Republican leaders are eager for a legislative victory after having controlled the White House and both chambers of Congress for nearly a year. While Trump has blamed obstructionist Democrats for the lack of progress on his agenda, the Senate tax bill, like the health repeal before it, can win approval with Republican votes alone. Republicans can afford to lose 2 votes from their 52-seat majority. If the Senate approves the measure, lawmakers would have to reconcile the bill with a significantly different House-passed version of the legislation before sending it to the White House. The House and Senate versions have drawn universal opposition from Democrats, who have had little hand in writing the legislation. Democrats point out that not everyone would receive a cut under the proposals. About 800,000 Marylanders would face an increase, according to one analysis of the House bill. And they have noted that many of the personal tax cuts would be temporary. Reductions in corporate tax rates would be permanent while individual cuts would need to be renewed in 2025. The bill is not targeted at middle income, it's targeted at the wealthy, said Sen.